fortnight? I wish you Merry Christmas. Good evening. I just don't want to interrupt this. This is just amazing. And there you go. Let's go over to the regular lo-fi mix instead and chill out for a little bit. For those interested in that track, I have posted it in the Discord and the music channel. Absolutely amazing. I'll also share a link to the Eurobeat playlist that I found on YouTube as well. There are a few other Eurobeat style mixes in there, including a Dave Rogers version of All I Want for Christmas Is You, alongside the Cherry one that we actually played on stream. So enjoy your Christmas Eurobeat there, folks. Yeah, an absolute shift in gears here. From high beats to lo-fi beat. And I hope you're doing well this wonderful Wednesday evening. How are we doing, folks? Let me slide myself in on here. Hi, it's me again. Don't drift too far from the topic. I'll try not to, Pop. I'll try not to. Hi. It's me. How are we doing? It is another Quizmas episode. Game number 10 of 16. Yeah, we're getting to the end of it now because, well, I mean, from this day onwards, it's an absolute race to go through all of the remaining games here. We've got 10th game of Quizmas with me tonight. We've got the 11th tomorrow. You've got 12th and 13th with me on Friday. You've got the 14th with Ben. And then you've got the 15th and 16th with Topper on the Sunday. That's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Then we've just got this massive rush. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. 5 days in a row. All with at least one Quizmas game attached. Too many games we must produce. I know, Topper. Actually, putting expectations in place, it might be that one of my games on Friday won't go ahead because I still haven't sorted it out. So there may be a delayed game on my part just because I have been in a rush to sort Q&L out, plus other stuff as well. So there may be a delayed game of Quizmas that won't appear on the Friday, which will appear at some point in early January. I'm hoping I can get it all done in time, but there is every likelihood that there's every possibility that there's a chance that that won't happen, in which case I want to set expectations now before I get to Friday and go panic, panic, panic. So it could be that on the Friday you'll have... I'm pretty much guaranteeing you'll get one game of Quizmas from me on Friday. Whether or not that's going to be both, I don't know yet. I would like it to be both, but I'm being realistic and saying that there might not be. So there could be a random... What game would that be? That would be... It's either the 12th or the 13th that I have it scheduled in. That may end up being in January instead.
Exceptional work on the music. quiz live on Saturday?
So that might happen. It'd be the 12th Nightmas. We'll just do it at the end of everything, and we'll see what happens. And thank you, Pussdad, for the 100 bits. Do appreciate that. Yeah, more like a spontaneous kind of thing. Spotlight's not my thing though, Pop. That's somebody else's game show. But thank you, Pussdad, for the praise there. I hope you did enjoy the Doot category at Music Quiz Live over on Saturday, because that was a lot of fun actually to do. Very difficult to play. One of the tracks, must be said. I just set my own challenge, though, I suppose. Shadowmane!
You've only got 1 week until the giant red man and his sleigh fly through the sky with his 9 flying beasts. Also, how has it been 5 years already?
5 years of subscriptions there, Shadow. Thank you for the 5-year resub. That is immense. And, guess who hasn't done any Christmas shopping yet? That's partly the reason why I'm saying that the game of Quizmas might not happen on Friday, because I need to go out and actually do shopping. Yeah. I mean, I don't actually have to do a great deal of Christmas shopping. Thankfully, family, we don't really care much about presents. But I still want to get them something. So it may end up me going to Meadow Hell tomorrow. So yeah, might be getting up nice and early to try and beat as much of the crowd as possible on the Thursday of all days in Meadow Hell. We'll see what happens. See if I can get some presents sorted for family and friends on that day, and we'll see how it all goes. And if not, then it's going to be some service station shopping ahead of me. Or because I don't have a car and I will be going on the train to my parents, it will be some train station shopping ahead of time. So yeah, that's what I'm going to look forward to over the next few days, is sorting out the games of Quizmas that are yet to be sorted out, shopping for people that I need to shop for at least a month ago, and then get myself to my actual parents' place on Monday. That is when I'm heading down south to visit them and stay with them for the week for Christmas time, which I'm really looking forward to. Really looking forward to seeing them again. Last time I saw them was at a family wedding, actually. That was around September time, when I also did the London trip at the same time. And, looking forward to an extended visit and just chilling out, vegging out, doing absolutely nothing for an entire week. It's always good. Well, I will be doing some stuff. I'll be doing some music arranging for the brass band, because we've got a few songs that we want to try and put into the repertoire for next time. So, yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing while sipping cider at a slow rate and having lots of pretzels and things like that. It's a good Christmas idea. Right. We need to get to this game of Quizmas that we have for tonight. What are your guesses out there in chat? I would be very curious to know what you think we have for tonight's game of Quizmas. Considering that David J. Bodicum has written the questions for tonight's game, I will give you that as your little hint here. We've got 5 minutes of fortune from Polska. Actual duel. Not a cat, just going with all of them. Duel. 5 minutes of fortune. 1,000 Harpies. Breakaway. 1 versus 100. Winning line. Secret fortune. Ralph with a question mark. Oh, you think I would do a question mark? I mean, I probably would do, but I don't think I was that prepared, unfortunately. Winning lines, 100%, Duel Royale. You want it to be winning lines, says Spokes. Christmas Wipeout. Well, we did that last year, Proogs. That was the whole reveal, and I did the brand new software and everything. Duel, ready to munch some chips, yum, 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 says David. Duel, Relativity, Hole in the Wall. Vault, Sneaky Vault. Sounds vaulty. There's 3 in a row there, thinking it could be a vault, and David's throwing you for a curve there. Wipeout from Chrono. You believe you know what it is, Score. Yeah, I think you do know what this is. Belatro the Game Show. Ooh, well, no, not quite. Equation Grid, David invented a new number to use in it. Yes, the brand new number of... I can't even say it. It's just completely unpronounceable. Anyway, Vault, please. Winning lines. Yes, It is that one's score. Time Shock. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, we did that one, Quizmas, as well. That was a hell of a thing. Aventura Casa would be a thing. Though, I have the software for that, so I can actually make that happen. You're in the picture. My razor's in that note. Three. Number Wang versus Equation Grid would be absolutely fabulous. Avanti and outro from Pozzodan. I think we should just forget tonight's game and just do Aventura instead. Says Topper. You really like that game now, don't you? I saw your request for some Sudoku on Twitter, Clive. I saw that, so I was like, yeah, I suppose that's an interesting game. Yeah. You're obsessed, fair enough. So what I will say is, in tonight's chat, no one has mentioned it. But I did see it mentioned on a previous stream. I did see someone mention it on a previous stream. Is it the Cube? No. £1 Million out in deck. Ooh. Serbian Countdown. Ugh, no. Winning Lines. Power shitting. No. Snapping Up. Wiki Walker. No. Spins. Nope. That's not mine. Spin Star's not mine. Beat the Chasers. Interesting. No. Redacted. No. So not the Duel. No, it's not Duel. Oh, hell yes. It's Beat the Pack, says Clive. It is not. No. The Switch. No. Redacted. No. Beat the Chasers. No. Rolling It. No. Australian Countdown. Oh, we'll just go through all the countdowns. You Bet. I mean, I did mention You Bet, didn't I? But no, it's not. I think I need to rip the Band-Aid off here and show you what we've got behind the 10th game of Quizmas tonight. Quora Stream the game show. No. That's Lee's baby. Though we're still in hiatus right now, and I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but that is definitely Lee's baby. I will never touch that, though I still do have a Jeremy statuette on my desk from when I purchased that. In the Grid, Pop Culture, Jeopardy, Relativity. No, I'm just going to reveal it, and I think just let it overwhelm you for what we've got for you for game number 10. What's this? Well then. You don't think you know this one? No way. You can't read it, says Lingo. New game, who dis? What the fuck? This is not a new game. 6 players have had the luxury of playing this game before. Though not quite the way that I've envisioned it for tonight's edition. We are playing tonight Poker Face. And we are playing it mass multiplayer. How on earth is that gonna work? I hear you cry. Well, we'll figure that out as we play it out, because this is going to be the first time that I've tested this entirely. But yes, this is newish game. But yes, this is a reimagined mass multiplayer version of Poker Face, also known as Contest, which I do love as a pun, by the way. Contest over in Australia. Let me go over to the game, get myself set up here, and press the play button and everything. How on earth is that going to work out? Oh, I will explain all in a moment, Riff. I'll explain all. Let's see what... I imagine you will find a lot of bugs in this, unfortunately. Because I basically had to rip out about 90% of the code that was there, because it just wouldn't work for a mass multiplayer version, because there are various other rules I have to enforce. But it is time to try and play some Poker Face tonight, folks. So you will need Hackbox for this game, so go over to hackbox.ca, get yourself logged in on Twitch ahead of time as well, because you'll need that to make sure that we know who you are. What would happen if the game is unplayable? Then we'll see what we can do about it, Hex. Sometimes I can pick it back up and we continue on from where we go. If it becomes literally unplayable, then we hold the game where it is. Thankfully, everything I have currently in the Unity side of things, I can see exactly how the game is progressing, even if you will see absolutely none of it. So if it does seize up for whatever reason, I should be able to set the game state back to where it was at that point and resume play. But we'll see. I don't want that to happen, but I'm hoping, touch wood, that it won't happen like that. Right. It's time for me to press the button and let's play Poker Face. So if you'd like to play Poker Face tonight, you'll need the room code of RMFJ. RMFJ to play tonight's game of Poker Face. Welcome, Merry Riffmas. Welcome, Milk. Welcome along, Ralph. We've also got Tip joining the game.
100.
Hello,
Numerous
Prey.
players inside this arena answering questions.
Mr.
The longer
Vertigo.
you stay, the more you can win. However, you only have
Sportsy
9
and
lives.
Brute, I'll
Lose
let you
all 9
continue
lives,
on.
you're out of the game and leave with nothing. You get 2 assists. Simplify. No real assist. I just wanted to say simplify. The other is one shot where I'll go in on your behalf. No, not really. Have fun.
I love how it puts so much emphasis on simplify there as well. Unfortunately, you don't have any of that to your disposal in this game. But thank you for the 100 bits there, Sportsy. Eventually, you will get the rules of these games down. Though I suppose no one really knows the full rules of this edition of the game. You may have seen the ITV Game Show edition or the one over in Australia, but this is a mass multiplayer affair. Everyone is playing at the same time. And much like the edition, the real game of Poker Face, you will only know how well you have done in the game. Everybody else, you'll have no knowledge of. You'll be completely in the blind on that. What I will encourage for this game, because it's going to absolutely make this game sing, is for you to interact as heavily as you wish in Twitch chat. The whole point of Poker Face is to try and figure out how well your opponents are doing, trying to see if you can get a tell on how they're doing. And that absolutely works a dream if you can unpick their abilities in Twitch chat. So feel free to shout things out. I'll try and read out some things here and there as we go on. And yeah. That's sort of the key part of Poker Face is you'll only know how well you're doing, not how well everybody else is doing. I will show some information on screen, but only the tiniest little bit of information. In theory, nothing that you can use to extrapolate your performance, though in some places there will be something that you can maybe balance that on. But you're playing against everybody else, not necessarily the average player. And I also will say this at this point. How many of those people do we have in right now? We do have a few. So, I do also have a separation in this game of 2 divisions. Because I want there to be an outright winner, different game show, an outright winner of Poker Face. And the way that I've currently got it structured, it would be possible for a Quizmas past winner to do so. They're playing their own game. So everyone that joins in this lobby that has previously won a game of Quizmas, they get chucked in a separate division and play their own game of Poker Face while everything else goes on. So there will technically be 2 games running simultaneously right now. Those that have played previously, or won previously in Quizmas, they get the Champions Division. Yes, they go into what I've dubbed as the Quizmas Premier League. So they get a bit of fun, just playing along, and they get their own lobby of players to work with. At the moment, there's not many names that are going to be populating that, so it's going to be, yeah, not much of a gameplay there for them, but I wanted something to separate them from the rest of the pack, just so that I know that was guaranteed winner for the main game. Everybody else goes into Christmas League 1. And that is how it's sort of structured. Now, how do the eliminations work? So, throughout the game, there will be a total of 6 rounds. You'll answer some questions, build up your bank. At the end of each round, there will be a face-off where you need to decide whether you want to stay in the game or whether you want to fold and take what you've currently got away with you. At the end of each round for those face-offs, there will be a certain number of players that we are requiring to eliminate. So those that have played Danger Zone over on Ben's side, it's very much a similar kind of thing, that there is going to be a certain allocation of players that we are looking to eliminate at the end of each round. Yeah, indeed, honey. So if you think you're at the bottom of the leaderboard at the end of a round and you want to claim the dupes that you have in your bank, then you need to fold at the face-off to do so. If you do not fold, and at the end of the face-off we haven't eliminated enough players, then whoever is at the bottom of the leaderboard at that point will get eliminated, but will also lose everything they have earned in this game. They will not get any doot payout. And of course, the only winner of Christmas tonight is whoever survives to the end. Whoever can hold their nerve. Whoever can demonstrate the best chat edition poker face. They will be our winner. They may not be the best player. They may have not gotten all of the questions right or all of the necessary questions right, but it's whoever could hold their nerve all the way to the end is who will win tonight's edition of Poker Face. Yeah, not necessarily the best score at the end, because if someone folds on the final face-off, then whoever doesn't fold, they are the winner, whether they were better or not. They were better at playing the game, not necessarily better at doing the trivia. The last bluffer standing, very much so. In a way, Solar. In a way, SB, yeah. It is indeed that. So how are ties broken? So, the determining factors for where you rank on the overall leaderboard is first by your total bank. And then it is by the number of correct answers you gave in that round specifically. And then it's by the amount of time you used to lock in your answers in that round specifically. And if we really have to go to a fourth level, then it's the overall amount of time you've used throughout the entire game for locking in your answers. And I'm hoping by that point we don't need any more determining factors. So locking in your answer faster will potentially help you, maybe save you on some very, very critical tiebreakers. And in terms of if too many people fold on a particular face-off, which could happen, then it is determined by when you folded. We will only eliminate the number we are asking for at the end of each round. So if it's asking for 5 players to be eliminated but 7 fold, then it's the first 5 that press the fold button that get eliminated. The other 2 will carry through to the next round, even if they did press to fold. But we will know that you pressed to fold. That's the critical part. So you can still press fold, continue on the game, but we will know on stream that you wanted to fold. So you are showing your hand, as it were, that you are not confident in where you are on the leaderboard. Okay? If you fold, you're bold. In a way, Riff. So it's lucky 13. Why are these people saying it's like lucky 13? Anyway, how many do we actually have in the lobby right now? Because I've just realised something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 44, 47 in the lobby right now? I think we're okay. I just want to check one thing. Yes, we should be okay with this many. So this is just the finish line without the movie. No, where are these comparisons coming from? We'll give you a last chance to get into this game. The room code is RMFJ on hackbox.ca. I have currently got in the maximum for the layout of this screen, 100 players. That's the maximum I had. Though, for the face-offs, I actually only had allocated spots for a total of 60. But anyway. The countdowns will appear on Hackbox. And any other information that you personally will need in this game will appear on Hackbox, including your current total and how many questions you got right in the round. That's the only information you get. You could watch stream if you wish. There will be some extra little bits here and there. And of course, we'll be talking in public chat as to how this game is going. But ultimately, there'll only be one winner in the main game. Right. I think it's time to get this inaugural game of Poker Face underway. Again, thank you to all these people making these comparisons. Thank you again to David J. Boddican for this awesome pack of questions. Thank you to Poker Nuts. I mean, the hint was there. Poker Nuts. Proof this pack. Make sure everything is all sorted, ready to go. And I believe it is all ready to go. So, we good? Are we ready? Do we all have our poker faces on? That's the real question. Do we all have our poker faces on? It is time for us all to play Poker Face. Oh, and here's a quick re-summary of the rules. If you weren't paying attention for what I was talking about there in the lobby, there will be a total of 6 rounds of questions, and in each one, players must correctly answer multiple choice questions to win doots for their bank. Questions will start at a value of 2,000 doots for a correct answer and will increase by 1,000 doots in each successive round. First round will have 8 questions. Successive rounds will have 5 questions in. Each player will be able to see their own progress throughout the game, but they cannot see how anybody else has performed. At the end of each round of questions, a face-off will occur where a number of players will be eliminated from the game. But the players that get eliminated might not be the worst performing players on the leaderboard. Players that fold at a face-off will leave the game with what they have in the bank. Players that decide not to fold might be at risk of elimination with no prize if not enough players decide to fold to fill the number of eliminations required. And at the end of the 6 rounds, only one player will be left standing and they will win Poker Face. This is both gamemanship and, honestly, I'm not folding under any circumstances. I mean, it's sort of about honesty, but also you don't have to be truthful. Can you fold yet? No, you've got to answer some questions first, Oren. So, if you're all ready, folks, let's play Poker Face. There we go. There's all our players in Christmas League number 1. There are 42 of you in the game, and we will be saying goodbye to 8 of you at the end of this round. Let's quickly have a look over on the Premier League to see how their game will play out. The layout doesn't work, but there are 5 of you over there. 1 of you will get eliminated on this round. So good luck to only Ralph, Sam, Shapes and Toot. 1 of you will get eliminated at the end of this round in the Premier League, but we'll focus over on Christmas League number 1. So, if all of you are ready, good luck. Here comes your first question. Which hard translucent fossil resin is a plot device in Jurassic Park? Is it A, red, B, amber, or C, green? It does, Mai. They will have a 0 elimination round at some point. Correct answer is B, amber. No, it's just A, B, or C picking an answer proves. Next question. Which old-fashioned number is also a term for sheet music? Is it A, score, B, dozen, or C, gross? Correct answer is A, score. Question 3. The Timor Sea, Coral Sea, and Tasman Sea all lie off of the coast of which country? Is it A, Chile, B, Australia, or C, India? Correct answer there was B, Australia. Question 4. In the Bible, what were Sodom and Gomorrah? Is it A, tribes, B. Cities, or C. Giants? Correct answer there. They're all cities on B. Question number 5 of 8. Which sport uses a circular area that is 4.55 meters in diameter? Is it A. Sumo wrestling, B. Hammer throw, or C. UFC? Correct answer is A. Sumo wrestling. Question 6. What is the main characteristic of a session beer? Is it A. Hoppier flavour, B. Darker colour, or C. Lower alcohol? Correct answer there is C. Lower alcohol. Question 7. How many of the classic 7 Roman numeral letters represent a prime number? Is it A. 1, B. 2, or C. 3? Correct answer there. It's just 1. And the final question, question 8. The surname Tucker is traditionally associated with the production of which commodity? Is it A. Copper, B. Cheese, or C. Cloth? And the final answer there was C. Cloth. And that is the end of the round. And we put that away. So, folks, chat. How do we find that round? How did our 42 players find that particular set of questions? You'll take getting 7 there, says Mike. So pretty confident, you say, then. 7 sounds like it would be a confident result in the first round. 1, not a prime number. No, 1 is not a prime number by definition. The only prime number is 5 that are Roman numerals. All the others are going to be composite of other numbers. But yes, 1 is not a prime number by definition. The other information I could give you there was the UFC is an octagon, not a circle, so it eliminates that. And then the hammer circle is a bit over 2 meters wide, so is smaller than what we were asking. And someone who processed cloth by trampling on it, that would be a tucker. That by definition. So let me have a quick read of chat because you've gone very, very fast there. You have to make those harder if this isn't going to be speed-based. Oh, don't worry, Clive. They get harder. 6 of 8 says Danny, pretty good. Quite nice with 7. Sounds like a lot of 7s. Quite high scores then. 1 isn't prime because it's not. Exactly. 7 out of 8. It's H Game says 5, so lower than what other people are saying. Maybe that's enough to say that you want to end your game here. Easy every time, says Manic. 6 out of 8. 7 it says only. 6 from Puzzle Dan. Answering very quickly from Score. I'll quickly sum up the other ones. Yes, harder get they will indeed get harder. Is that how it works? I don't know, Topper. We'll see. 7 is a nice enough number for me. 6 was very fast with your responses. 7-2 failed the beer question. Solid 7, fast 6. And should we pick on someone? I think we should pick on someone. I mean, that's also a potential strategy. If you think that someone's feeling a little weary, or showing a bit of a crack in their poker face, maybe, then you could maybe go for that. But I think it's a bit early on, potentially, for doing that kind of thing. So, things to consider. Look at your score right now, because when we go to the face-off, that will go away, because the whole idea of the face-off is that you go over to a separate button and you can't see your screen at that point. So, take a look at your score right now. Think how well you've done. Do you think you've done enough to get through to the next round of gameplay, or do you think you're in the bottom 8 of the leaderboard right now? Because if you think you are in the bottom 8, you may want to consider folding, or maybe you want to try and convince somebody else in Twitch chat to fold at this point. That is what you need to consider right now. While you're figuring that out, shall we take you over to the face-off? I think so. Okay, here we all are at the face-off. We've also brought in those from the other league. They will have just 1 player eliminated. The League 1, you will have 8 players eliminated. So, bear that in mind. In a moment, I will activate a countdown which will appear on your Hackbox device and a big fold button underneath. If you want to fold from this game and claim what you currently have in your bank, you should press that button at some point in that countdown. If you do not press the button within the 10 seconds allotted, then you may be eliminated by removing all of your bank if you are in the bottom of the leaderboard at this point. So consider your options at this point. Let me give you a preparation step. And if you're all ready, 8 players in League 1 will leave us on this one. 1 over on the Premier League side of things. So 8 of you will go out of the 42 currently in this main game lobby. Hands by your Hackbox devices. Start the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Oh, it's a bit laggy.
2, 1.
It's a bit laggy. But we are getting some folds coming in. I think that's the Hackbox things being sent a bit late there, but we do have some folds. Extra Lard has folded in the Premier League. Marcini, Joseph and Pyro have folded in the First League. Means over on the Premier League, they are resolved. They will continue on as is. Only will claim their doots. But everybody else, only 3 of you folded, meaning 5 of you are about to get eliminated with 0 doots at the end. Yeah, it's syncing with the Hackbox result, so at least it's done that, but so the music is going to be a bit staggered, unfortunately. But here we go, folks. 5 of you have made a fatal error and will be removed from the game with 0 doots in hand. Are we ready? Let's see who's gone. Drahuska's gone. H Games is gone. Puzzledan's gone. Prey is gone. Shadowmane has gone, and that is the results. Now, if you have been eliminated or if you have folded, it will tell you on your device now if that was a good decision or not. Keep that to yourself. We're not going to reveal that information to the public game, but that's just for you to know how well your game was going at that point before it all ended. Everybody else, though, you're still in the game. Let's move on to round number 2. So over here on Christmas League 1, there are 34 players left. Another 8 will need to go at the end of this round. There are just 5 questions in this round. The value has now increased. We're up to 3,000 doots per correct answer. And also, we're anonymizing everybody on screen because what we're about to do is we will be showing who got it right and who got it wrong on each question. But of course, everybody is anonymized. You won't know exactly who has got it right and who has got it wrong, but you'll have an idea of what the average get rate was in this particular round. That's a little bit of information that I will give you. But that's the only information I'll give you, so take that as you will. Order has been randomised, not a cat, so if you're trying to remember where you were in the previous lineup, you will not be in the same place. So they have been shuffled. Do they shuffle around between questions? Oh, they don't actually, so they will stay in place. But if you want to metagame that hard and also pay attention to the questions, be my guest. So let's go on to question number 1 of round 2. Good luck. Which of these hominids is the only one native to the continent of Asia? A. Orangutan. B. Bonobo. C. Chimpanzee. Correct answer there was A. Orangutan. And there you go. All the ones getting it right being marked. Question 2. In colloquial slang, Riz is short for which word? A. Grizzly. B. Charisma. Or C. Prison. Ooh, very fast lock-ins there, I must say. Correct answer is B. Charisma. Vast majority getting that one right. Question 3. What was the surname of human rights activist Malcolm X at birth? Is it A, old, B, little, or C, strange? Correct answer there was B, little. Question number 4. 70 miles per hour is roughly equivalent to how many meters per second? Is it A, 11, B, 21, or C, 31? Correct answer is C, 31. Not many getting that one. And the final question, question 5. 1 million and Pure XS are perfumes by which fragrance label? Is it A, Paco Rabanne, B, Nina Ricci, or C, Davidoff? And the final answer there was A, Paco Rabanne. And that is the end of that round. So, let's put that information away. Question number 4 stumped quite a few there with the meters per second from miles per hour. It's 31.29 meters per second is equivalent to 70 miles per hour. A perfect round, says Score. You're going to put your phone down. You're going to be doing a Tyson, are you? Cake from Topper. You're not enjoying these questions, says Sheldon's. 4 out of 5, says Polska. Got all 5 wrong again. Really worried about myself, says Clive. Do I believe you? That's the real question. I mean, it's not necessarily about whether I believe you or whether, it's whether anybody else believes you. I should probably slide myself back in as well. I just realised that I've been talking to myself all this time. But I'm back. Hi, I'm here. I forgot I put it in for the video and then that all happened. Is there cake in the elimination room? I can't provide that, unfortunately, Topper. That's different to the green room. Anything else? You saw what happened last round, says Tipster. A toughie, says Benzie. I say they do get harder. David has specifically ramped the difficulty up through this pack. Not even difficulty. He was trying to enter them on an old-fashioned speaking spell. I mean, that's just on you, Clive. That's entirely on you. But do you believe him? That's the real question. Do you believe him? Again, a reminder, 8 of you will be eliminated over on this side in Quizmas League 1. Let's have a quick look over on the other side. What will they be doing on this particular question? Let's have a look. There will be 1 player eliminated on this round, so 4 will become 3. Only not being one of them, they did fold on the previous round, but there are 4 players still standing over there in the Premier League with 1 going. But yes, there will be 8 of you leaving us here in Quizmas League 1. So who is the who? Well, it's time to figure out, were you good enough? Do you think you're good enough? Let's go back to the face-off. Dramatic lighting change. Okay, here we are, face-off round number 2. Again, a reminder for those in League 1, 8 of you will be eliminated at this face-off. If you think you are currently at the bottom of this present leaderboard, or in the bottom 8, should I say, then you should probably fold at this point and save yourself some embarrassment. Or you can maybe coerce others to fold instead. Because, of course, we will be requiring 8 of you to go. And over in the Premier League, 1 of you will be leaving this game. Here's your final chance to prepare yourself for the face-off. Any last words in chat before we go to the face-off proper? You just went sprinters run 10 metres per second, humans cap out at 25, says Spokes. Made us remember the 36 over 100 conversion in physics class. I'm not in the main game, but Matt, you gotta fold. Fold, Clive. You've had a good run. I think Tipster should fold. I will, and I'm going to Disneyland, says Clive. Right, here we go. Hands by your buzzers, folks. Start the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7.
We've already got a fold from Benzie.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
God, the lag is actually quite real, isn't it? Oh, game. Oh, loads of folds going on. Loads of folds happening. Well, let's have a look at this. Ralph over in the Premier League has folded. That is the end of their game. We also say Festive SJ, Pokerface Ref, Sportsy and Tip also folding. So over on League 1, we have said goodbye to 5 players for folding. That means 3 will be going without any doots. And Ralph has gone from the Premier League side of things, so they are now sorted. But there are still 3 players to consider. 3 of you have made an absolutely egregious blunder here, and you are about to leave the game with 0 doots in hand. Who are they? Let's find out. Silver Electron, Flyboy, and Proogs. You are at the bottom of the leaderboard at the end of that round, and you have been eliminated. Again, it will tell you on your Hackbox device if you did fold whether it was the right thing to do or not. Keep that to yourself as we continue on to round number 3. We've got 26 players left in. Another 8 need to go at the end of this round. Over on the Premier League side of things, I think they've got another 1 to go. Yes, they will have another 1 to eliminate, and then it will be a duel all the way to the end, essentially. They will go to round 6 before they need to consider doing any folding actions. But over on this side, we've got 8 of you that need to go at the end of this next round of 5 questions. Again, the value of the questions has increased, now up to 4,000 doots for a correct answer. If you're all ready, good luck. Here comes your next question. Katie Holmes played Joey Potter in which teen drama TV series? Is it A, Teen Wolf, B, Dawson's Creek, or C, My So-Called Life? Correct answer was B, Dawson's Creek. Question 2. Which of these human organs does not cleanse the blood? Is it A, spleen, B, gallbladder, or C, liver? Correct answer there was B, gallbladder. Question 3. In which year was the American author known as Lemony Snicket born? Is it A, 1770, B, 1870, or C, 1970? Correct answer there was C, 1970. Question number 4. What kind of performer might use the Stanislavski method? Is it A, magician, B, circus gymnast, or C, actor? Correct answer there was C, actor. And finally, question 5. What calendar date is exactly 1 week after Boxing Day? Is it A, January the 1st, B, January the 2nd, or C, January the 3rd? And final correct answer there was B, January the 2nd. And that is the end of round 3 of Poker Face tonight. I think, again, question number 4, tripping a good number of people up there. But yes, the Stanislavski method, that is for acting. And the Lemony Snicket author, also known as Daniel Handler, born 28th of February 1970. So there you go. There's some extra information for you. How did you find yourself there, chat? How did you find your performance? We've got might just fold next round because I can't handle this session. I mean, that's a hell of a thing as well. There's a lot of pressure in this game as well. You think Brando was a Stanislavski guy, says Spokes. Okay. Scooter takes another 4. Mark with a 4 or 5. Spokes fast 4. Oh, Spokes even fast 4. Don't understand it. It says on 0-5, even though I sent them by SMS directly to Antideck themselves. Clive, stop breaking the game. Somehow you got the date questions right, says Score. And yet, Snicket's still alive. Everything but actor was right, says Natter. So another 4 or 5, says Natter. You want to leave but the doots, says Hex. Difficulty ramping up. Got lucky on a couple there, says AB me. Okay. Interesting seeing some chatter there in chat. Well, points at the button. Yes, indeed, Tipster. Well, you folded in the previous round, even though you said in chat you weren't going to. So, yeah. Let's go over to the face-off for round number 3. Yes, you too. here we are once again at the face-off circle. Those in League One, another 8 of you need to go before we move on to the next round. Those in Premier League, only one of you will be leaving us here, leaving you then as a duo to fight it out all the way to the end of round number 6. Are there any last words for anyone in chat before we go to the face-off proper? Brooklyn Rage! Very different thing there, Chrono. Different card game entirely. Come on, Clive! so much egging on of Clive here. Natta's not folding. Know what? One of my vices of being a greedy bastard, says X. I tried, but all I got were these napkins that look like swans, says Clive. Mine is going to be folding. Well, 8 of you need to leave. If you think you're at the bottom of the leaderboard, then hit that fold button at this face-off. If you're all ready, then start the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We've got one fold, we've got 2 fold.
Fold.
There's another fold. Whoa, loads of folding going on. The game can't handle it. And another one from Jerry there. Very, very late fold there, Jerry. Goodness me, loads of folding going on. Was there enough, though? Let me have a look. Sam did fold in the Premier League. I'm not seeing any other folds in the Premier League, so that is them sorted out. Do we have 8 folds in the main game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have exactly 8 players that folded, including Jerry at that last possible moment. Goodness me. So I believe then everything has been resolved. The exact number that we needed to say goodbye to has gone. Means everyone that folded, that is the end of your game. Thank you very much for playing. And we will be moving on to the next round proper. Oh yeah, sorry, I need to press that button so that you can actually see now what the result of that folding was and whether that was a good thing for you to do or not. There you go. There's some extra information for you there on Hackbox if that was a good decision for you. But for those still in play, we've got 3 more rounds to play. Round number 4. I think the only thing that I'm having a bit of a, irritation about is the slowness in the face-off, but I know that's because it's sending out a lot of Hackbox states all at once. So I may need to optimize that somewhat. Right. Round number 4, we're back to showing you again. Means we're not going to be showing you who got it right or who got it wrong. We're just going to show you when you locked in. That's the only information you're getting for round number 4, folks, okay? As a quick reminder, over on the Premier League side of things, we have Shapes facing off against Toot. None of you are going to get eliminated on this next round, so there's no need to fold or anything like that. You will continue on your game normally all the way up through to round number 6. But those in League 1, well, another 8 of you need to go. So, 18 remaining will become 10 at the end of round number 4. Wish you all the best of luck. Again, the value of the questions has gone up once again, up to 5,000 doots for a correct answer here in round number 4. And your first question is this. The Tet Offensive was a surprise military escalation in which war? Is it A, Vietnam War, B, Korean War, or C, the Sino-Japanese War? Correct answer there was the Vietnam War on A. Question 2. What country's name literally translates to Land of the Free? Is it A, Scotland, B, Thailand, or C, Switzerland? Correct answer there was B, Thailand. Question 3. The BBC podcast Strong Message Here is named after a teleprompter gaffe by whom? Is it A, Joe Biden, B, Jeremy Corbyn, or C, Justin Trudeau? Correct answer there was B, Jeremy Corbyn. Question 4. Actress Jennifer Tilly was once married to the co-developer of which TV show? Is it A, The Simpsons, B, The Sopranos, or C, The Shield? Correct answer on that was The Simpsons on A. And the final question. What process changes a gas directly into a solid, becoming the opposite of sublimation? To A, declination, B, deposition, or C, derogation? And the final answer was B, deposition. And that is the end of round 4 of Poker Face. Okay, folks, how do we find ourselves currently? Declination, of course, the opposite of inclination. Yes, indeed. OMG, says Hex, there's so much money to lose. Yes, indeed, the money keeps ramping up as we keep going further into the game. A very, very slow 5, says Spokes, so perfect round potentially. Why are the harder questions easier for me, says Brooks. Sometimes that happens. Managed to guess your way to a 5 there, says Score. Ooh, do I trust you on that? I don't know. Gotten 2 wrong all game. That sounds like a really strong performance, Score. Got all 5 again, says Dave. I mean, you would do. You wrote the questions. And thank you to Poker for continuing to move down the sheet as I'm reading them all out. Air 4 out of 5 says Nata. A 4 from Manic. Got all 5, but unfortunately I astral projected into the body of a nearby squirrel, and as such I couldn't get to the keyboard in time, says Clive. Oh, what a shame. You're still here though. You're doing incredibly well. You weren't eliminated on the first 2 rounds, so you weren't at the bottom of the leaderboard there. Maybe you're at the bottom of the leaderboard here though. That's a thing to consider. Keeping your streak, says Manic. Every question you get right or wrong, so every question is just a 50-50, says Riff. Yeah, it's not actually a 1 in 3, it's a 1 in 2. Actually got 3 correct. Or did I, says Topper. Well, here's the thing. At the end of the game, hoping that my code actually works, we will be able to prove out exactly how you all played out, because I know you all want to know that data. I know you all want to know how the game actually unfolded. So we will prove it out at the end. It is remembering the state of the game at the end of each round. So hopefully we'll be able to unpick that. But for now, he's going to have to stay in the dark as we go back to the face-off. Okay, here we are at face-off number 4. Shapes in 2. You can just relax here. There will be no elimination over on your division. Everybody else, though, we will be saying goodbye to another 8 of you. So be careful, because 8 out of 18 is suddenly a big number of players that need to go here. So, any last words from any of you in chat before we go to the face-off proper? Go with your gut, Clive. I'm working on fitting myself into a small suitcase, says Clive. Come on, Clive, you made it so far. Ah! says Sheldon. Oh, we've got a subscription message coming in from Polska. And what say ye?
Sure hope, Clive. The hyperscopic pieces of ham from a parallel universe don't make you select fold.
Well, we'll see what happens. Thank you for the 4-month resub, though. Hey, too, I think you should fold. Well, the thing is, they can try folding, but the game will prevent them. They will be saved from folding. Because only 0 are expected to fold here, so it will actually save them from folding. But don't do it anyway, just in case my code doesn't work. Everybody, hands by your buzzers. If you're all ready. Start the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here they come. Here they come. We have 4 folds on the table. The Gay Boy Carty, Milk, Score, and Vertigo have folded on that face-off. Means 4 more do have to go and are going to be losing absolutely everything. This is quite a big loss for quite a few of you. You can see, well, at least earlier, you could see how much you got in your bank. But in a few seconds, that's going to be 0. Who's saying goodbye? Topper. Spokes, Hex, oh no, and Scooter. You did not fold at the right time, and that means that is the end of your game, and you lose absolutely everything in your bank. Those that did fold, it will tell you if it was a good idea or not. But we still have 10 players in this league. Let's continue to the penultimate round, round 5. And another 8 of you need to go, because we will go to heads up for the final round. Yes, so this is probably the most brutal round to play out, because 8 of 10 of you are about to go at the end of this round. Again, they increase the value of the questions by another 1,000, so we're up to 6,000 for a correct answer. We will be showing correct and wrong once again, but we are anonymizing you, so you do not know who got what right or wrong. So, 10 of you left in. At the end of the round, another 8 need to go. Here comes your first question of round 5. Good luck. What's the usual colour of a Bichon Frise dog? Is it A, black, B, white, or C, brown? Correct answer is B, white. 7 of 10 got that right. Next question. What colours are used on semaphore flags intended for use at sea? Is it A, red and yellow, B, black and green, or C, white and blue? Correct answer is A, red and yellow. 6 of 10 got that right. Question 3. In 2016, which city became the 6th to open a Disney resort? Is it A, Singapore, B, Tokyo, or C, Shanghai? Correct answer is C, Shanghai. 6 of 10 got that right. Question 4. Chemical known as TDN gives which wine variety a smell similar to petrol when aged? Is it A, Malbec, B, Syrah, or C, Riesling? Correct answer there is C, Riesling. 5 of 10 got that. And the final question. What activity was banned in New York City from 1942 through to 1976? Is it A, pinball, B, mini golf, or C, 10-pin bowling? And the final correct answer was A, pinball. And 7 of 10 getting that one right. And that concludes the penultimate round of our game of Poker Face. Hello there, Dalton. Welcome on in. Yes, this is a special edition of Poker Face, mass multiplayer edition. The reason that pinball was banned because it was thought to be a form of gambling. So there were a lot of gambling restrictions at that time. For the Disney resorts, it was Disneyland in 1955, Disney World in 1971, Tokyo in 83, Paris in 1992, Hong Kong in 2005, then Shanghai in 2016 is the order of openings of the Disney resorts. There's all the information for that, I suppose. So here's the critical part, folks, because we have 10 players currently in on this edition. And 8 of you need to go before we move on to the final. So 80% of you need to make a big decision whether to continue or not. How do you feel? How confident do you feel out there for those 10 still in play? That was your best round, but it didn't feel too good here, says Sheldon. The final 2, yes, we will be going to heads up for the final round. I specifically wanted to do that. That's why it is as brutal as this. With Danger Zone, it's like 5 or 6 for the final. Now I wanted to be proper heads-up Poker Face at the end. Top 2 should be safe. Well, I mean, that's the whole point. But only if you think you're in the top 2. If you're not in the top 2, then the bottom 8, not so sure. This might be a tight choice, says Natter. Happy you made it this far, says Bassoonist. Finally got all 7. That was round 1, Clive, and there were 8 of them. 8 people out of 10, not confident, says Vixen. Wouldn't have been in the top 2 here, says Score. I'm in both of the top 2. Man, what deja vu. So, here we go. Have a look at your score right now, because when we go to the face-off proper, it will go away. You'll need to remember where you are currently standing. Have a look at how much you currently have in your bank. You'll only claim that if you fold at this point, or add to it if you are surviving through to the next round. That's the critical decision you've got to make at this point. If everyone folds, then whoever folded later, they get saved and go through to the final round. That's how it works, Matt. So if anyone folds later, they get saved, move on to the next round. But we will know that they pressed the fold button. We haven't actually seen that happen yet, but it can happen. Let's go. Dim the lights. Let's go to a face-off. So once again, we've brought Toot and Shapes in here. They are still safe through to the final round. But everybody else up here, we will have to say goodbye to 8 of 10 of you. If you decide to fold at this point, you will claim what you currently have in the bank if you are in the first 8 to fold. If you decide not to fold, then you have to hope you're currently in the top 2 on the leaderboard. Otherwise, well, we're going to be losing every single doot. Any last words from anybody? We either make it through or we don't make it through. So the odds are 50-50, says Ruth. Seeing the faces appear in time to the beat, it's very satisfying. Lock in or clock in. No one fold, more exciting. I mean, that is also a potential idea here. If no one folds, then it is basically just on merit. But where's the fun in that? If you're all ready, hands by your buzzers. Start the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Mark's gone.
5, 4, 3.
Early fold, just not going to get into it. Bassoonist is gone. Clive, Natta and Sheldon have gone. They have folded and are claiming what they currently have in the bank. 5 players folded, but another 3 we need to say goodbye to. So, 3 of you have made a fatal error and are about to lose everything in your bank before making it to the final round. Toots and Shapes, you're safe, but everybody else, who's gone? Riff, Poison Dart, and Stimson's Angle have been eliminated. Means our finalists we have for the final round, it will be Toot versus Shapes in the Premier League, Colo versus Vixen in League 1 for the Quizmas prize. Everybody else, that is the end of your game. It will show you on screen whether that was a good idea or not for you to fold. But for our final players, let's go to the final round. So on both sides, one player will be eliminated in each game. Now, you may be wondering, why have we got the avatars up here right now? Well, we're going to do something slightly different in the answer reveals of this final round. And this is a great idea that David suggested. So we'll get your answers come in, and it will show on screen whether you're right or wrong. Why do I say right with a question mark? Well, if you give me a right answer, it will show as right, possibly. If you're wrong, there's a chance on screen, it will show as right, question mark. But there's also a chance it will show as definitely wrong. So, if you give me a right answer, it will show on screen as actually right, but with a bit of hesitation about it. Bluffing on view, exactly, Sportsy. And if you give me a wrong answer, there's a chance it will definitely show as wrong, but there's a chance it bluffs as a right answer. So you can't wholly trust what you see on screen, but it'll give you maybe a potential tell. There are again 5 more questions to play out in this round. The value has increased up to 7,000 dukes for each correct answer. And this is our final set. So, 4 players are left in. Good luck. I'm not going to tell you that at all, Hex. No. I'm not going to give you that much information. But there is an odds specified for this, but I'm not going to tell you what it is, because otherwise you could potentially metagame bits. But yes, there is a chance it will show as correct. There's a chance it will show as wrong. If you give me an absolute correct answer, it will show as correct, but with a question mark appended to it. If you're all ready, good luck. Here's your first question in the final round. What does the S stand for in the term SIM card? Is it A, smart, B, shared, or C, subscriber? Both players have locked an answer in. The correct answer is C, subscriber. Vixen definitely got it wrong. Colo possibly got it right. Question 2. Which 1983 single by Paul McCartney featured Michael Jackson? Is it A, Say Say Say, B, Band on the Run, or C, Ebony and Ivory? Both players in. Correct answer is A, Say Say Say. Both players potentially getting that right. Question 3. Which effect is associated with hot water sometimes freezing faster than cold water? Is it A, the Casimir effect, B, the Mbemba effect, or Mbemba effect, or C, the Meissner effect? Mbemba. I'll try and say it properly. The Mbemba effect. Correct answer is the one I butchered. Yeah, the Mbemba effect. Both players potentially getting that right. Question 4. How many years separate the assassinations of Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy? It's A, 76, B, 87, or C, 98? Both players in. The correct answer was C, 98. Both players definitely got that wrong. And the final question. Which brain condition convinces people that a familiar situation is new to them? Is it A, jamais vu, B, sans vu, or C, aucun vu? Yes, the opposite of déjà vu is A, jamais vu. And both players potentially getting that right. So there you go. That is all of the questions answered. That is your final scores that you currently see before you, Vixen and Colo, Shapes and Toot. Now, do you think you've done enough? Do you think you have done enough to beat your opponent? Or do you think this is the final time to fold? That is what you now need to consider. Chat, just broadly speaking, I guess, how do you think Colo and Vixen have done at this point? Who do you think? Who do you think has won the game? Colo, don't fold, you're the people's princess, says Clive. Think I see the logic in the right wrong graphic, says Milk. Okay. Colo wins. Come on, Clive. I mean, Clive folded, unfortunately. Vixen, either way, I think Clive's won, says Topper. Okay, says Colo. I think they're both exactly tied in all aspects. Can we have a prediction as to whether one of them will fold? I'll leave that to Score to make their mind up if they want to put a prediction up or not. Feels tied-ish, says AB Me. Well, the thing is, you also have to consider all of the previous rounds as well, because, yes, they may have a fairly even performance in this round, but that does not predict the past, nor the future, as it were, because they have played another 5 rounds before. It all depends on how many points they've accrued up to this point. So you've got to consider that. The papal infallibility. Good call on not saying the odds. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that secret because I don't want you spoiling too much of the game, as it were. That's the whole point of this, is to not reveal information to active players, and I'm kind of showing you more than you really should see. But I kind of like, well, certainly for this final round, I love this little tweak to it. Again, a great suggestion from David, because it's what's the right word for it? It's like an untrustworthy storyteller, as it were. You can't trust exactly what the software is telling you, except for the wrongs. You can absolutely trust that that's right, but the corrects you can't necessarily trust. So that's a bit like The Mole, and a sort of, I guess, a bit like unreliable narrator is the words I was looking for. Thank you, Benzie and Mark. Exactly the words I was looking for. Unreliable narrator. But yeah, it's a bit like The Mole in that you can sort of do the correct button, except they don't have that facility. It's the software sort of doing it on their behalf. But if they gave me an absolute right answer, it just shows us right. Maybe. We can't trust it. The only thing that I can trust is the stats that I can see. In fact, I'm not even looking at them right now. I'm not even going to look at the stats. We will look at the leaderboards at the end to figure out how the game actually played out. Untrustworthy storyteller. Have you been playing Clock Tower somewhere? I'm not actually score, no. But it is time, folks, to go to the final face-off. I like that they're all sort of standing opposite each other on both axes. Colo's facing off against Vixen. Shapes facing off against Toot. Now, Shapes and Toot have had an elongated game here because they've had a couple of rounds of inaction. But all of those points still matter going through to this final face-off. They'll still get their Doot's payout. Actually. Guess who hasn't put that code in? Hey, thankfully, so long as the leaderboards work at the end, I will be able to figure out how much to pay everyone, because that will tell you everything. But yeah, I forgot to do the Duke payout part, didn't I? But at least we can figure out who wins Quizmas. That's what really matters, right? That's the little niggle there. So paying the Dukes out and then fixing the lagginess on the face-off. Oh well. I knew there was something I forgot, but I will sort that out after the fact. I hope, as I say, the leaderboards should give us all of the information we need to work backwards and pay out the Dukes proper. Anyway, Colo, Vixen, Shapes 2. Any last words from any of you in Twitch chat before we go through the procedure of the final face-off? It's exactly the same as before. Whoever folds first leaves the game with their current bank, which means their opponent will win Quizmas proper. And really, they should be winning a top prize, which I haven't actually figured out. But I think they said, no. They said the top prize is going to be $250,000. Yes, that's what I said. I never even said that up to this point, but yeah, it's $250,000 because of the way I've scaled it. $250,000 made sense because we've added an extra round on top. So yeah, $250,000 for whoever actually wins versus whatever you currently have in your bank. I apologise. That's kind of a critical thing to know about at this point. Anyway, if we're all ready, hands by your buttons. Start the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shapes folded in the Premier League means Toot has won that side of things. But Colo and Vixen, no one folded. Means we have to resolve this the old-fashioned way. One of you is about to win $250,000 Dukes, or will do when I actually sort it out. The other one is leaving empty-handed. Who is gone? Colo is gone! Means Vixen is our winner of the Quizmas prize. Congratulations to Vixen alongside Toot on the Premier League side of things. Oh, goodness me. Well done to Vixen on that win, winning Quizmas game number 10. Oh, amazing. Get in there, says Matt. Now, you played an absolute blinder up to that point, and you were ahead of Colo by rights because neither of you folded. But were you ahead at earlier parts in the game, was there a moment where actually you were at the bottom? Shall we have a look? Let's see if my code actually works. Let's go through the leaderboards and find out how this all shook out in the prove out. So that was the state of play at the end of round 1. Joseph, Pyro, and Marcini folded. Everybody else in red got eliminated. So Topper and Danny, you were saved. Topper and Danny were saved on round number 1. Marcini was already in the drop zone. But Topper and Danny were in the bottom 8 of that leaderboard and got saved by 2 of the 3 players folding. So that's a very interesting point to make there. Mark and Gayboy Carty were at the top of the leaderboard at the end of round 1. They got a maximum. All of the questions correct there. At the end of round number 2, let's have a look at that. We had 5 players folding and another 3 had to go. They were Silver Electron, Flyboy and Proogs. Festive SJ, you were in the middle of the pack. You did not need to fold. That was a bad decision to make. But all other 4 players, you were right to fold in your situations. You were at the bottom of the leaderboard. Proogs, Silver Electron, Flyboy. It would have been Colo. It would have been Colo eliminated at the end of round number 2 had SJ not folded. Wow. Vixen also down there in position 25 on this leaderboard. Would have been barely through, but Colo would have been out had SJ not folded. Scenes. Absolute scenes is what we love to see. Let's continue on. Score. Yes, you were in second place. Mark was still holding on to the lead. 31,000 dukes there in position 1. As we go on into round 3, what's the situation of play there? Oh no! Oh no! What happened? Oh no, don't do that. Oh, I've got a null reference exception somewhere. Oh no! Where's the null reference? Hang on. Let me have a look at what it's done. What's it done? You should check if it's null or not. Oh, there's a leaderboard entry that was null, was there? Oh, that's useful. Cool. Yeah, strange place to get that one at the end of the second leaderboard. Is there a thing I could do at this point? Let me have a quick look. What did they do with the code? Because I might be able to just jerry-rig it. Division leaderboard. That is done by properties, but those are properties I can't access. But I can access that, but I can't access that. Oh, that's a shame. Was it because there were no, it shouldn't be that tip. No, it's just for some reason there was no division leaderboard entry there. Let me see if I can do something about that. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about how that's happened. Why there is a null in this list. Because it shouldn't have done that. Huh. That's a curious one I've not seen before. Now, we're at the end of the game, but I'm not going to reset any of the data. So we're going to see if we can try and do the prove out again. And I unpick the bad data as it happens. Because I can still attach the game. Bear with me, folks. Because we should have all of the valid data still to work with here. So let me just do that, and we'll start the prove out again. Leaderboard entries. Ah, okay. Well, that's happened apparently. All of those are. Oh, it's keeping them around. Ha! I'm an idiot, is what I am. I know what line I missed. Clear. Leaderboard entries dot clear is what I needed to do. So let me do that. This leaderboard's going to look a bit wonky. Yeah, this leaderboard's going to look a bit wonky. Let me fix that. I know why it's looking wonky. And we'll sort it out momentarily. So these are still the previous rounds being appended here. So I just need to delete some things. So let me just delete them. And we'll do it again proper. So bang and bang. That. Right, okay, so that's round 1 again. This is round 1 again. I'm just going through it in the cycle again, so it should pick it up. Which means I now need to put a breakpoint there instead. So that's round 1. Let me roll over to the next round, hopefully. I can't do continue through that mean, apparently. Can I not? Continue. I can't do continue through that means? Seriously? Really? I can't do that? Why can't I do that? Oh, I'm going to have to do this really manually now, aren't I? Okay. Right, I'm doing this incredibly manually here, folks. Really bear with. So what I could do is... Jesus Christ, this is proper jank. So if I do that, delete it, I do that, and then I activate it again. Except I need to... Oh, poo again. Do that. Do that. Do... I mean, I can do that, but I'd rather have the nice fancy graphics for it. So let me just make sure that this works. This should be round 1 again. Okay, that does work. So I can do it this way. I could do it this way. We could do it live. So there's that. And then let's do it again, but with a different round number. So we can do clear, round index 1, continue. That's round 2. Correct. Select again. So it's working. We're working. Right. Now we get to see round 3 in a moment. Actually get to see round 3 proper in a moment. Prove out, reset, clear, and round index 2. So here comes round 3's standings. There they go. Oh, interesting. So, yes, we did have the full sweep of folds there. 8 players folded. Topper and Scooter were saved from everybody else folding. Topper was actually at the bottom of the leaderboard at the end of round number 3 with 26,000 doots. Scooter should have been eliminated, but was saved just slightly there, thanks to Jerry and specifically Oren as well. But yes, Jerry, you're a sort of middle of the pack there. You should have stayed on, should have held your nerve a bit longer there. At the top of the leaderboard, we've got Mark with 47,000 and Score on 45,000. Clive was actually doing very well at 44,000 doots. Let me go to round number 4. Let's have a quick look at that. So back to that. Prove out, disable, re-enable, clear the leaderboard entries. Round index 3 becomes round 4. And what's the situation there? We had 3 of the players in the bottom 8 did correctly fold. Score! You should not have folded from that position, mate. You're on 60,000. You're in 4th place. You are absolutely safe as houses there. Hex, Spokes, and Topper were at the bottom of the pack. They got eliminated there, along with Scooter as well, was in the bottom 8 of the pack. So should have folded, but did not. Merry Riffmas was saved, actually, there from Score, folding from 4th place. Holy crap. Clive, though, was down in 10th place at that point, so getting to very sketchy subjects there. Colo and Mark at the top there with 62,000, with Vixen jumping up to 3rd place on 61,000. That's how they got to their final positions in the final round. Let me delete these leaderboard entries and have a quick look at... hello, headphones. Thank you. I will turn you back on in a moment. Let's go to another round. Go to round index 4, which is round 5. That's how that shook out there. Merry Riffmas and Poison Dart did not fold. Stimpson's Angle did not fold. They got eliminated. Sheldon in position 2. You were actually safe going through into the final round. Colo getting saved again, this time by Sheldon on 81,000. Everybody else, though, was languishing. Vixen was at the top of the pack with 91,000. Colo with 80,000. So there was an 11,000 doot lead there between Vixen and Colo going through to the final. Clive was close to getting through, but not quite there. But Sheldon from position 2 was not the right decision to fold on round 5. But when 10 become 2, it's a very difficult decision to make. Let's delete those entries. Let's go back to the prove out and have a look at the final scores between our two players at the end there. Another clear of the leaderboard. Round index 5. Round index 5, not 5 is 5. Round index of 5. And the final scores... It was a difference of 4,000 doots. One question in it, folks, because they were worth 7,000 doots apiece at the end there. Colo ended on 108,000. Vixen ended on 112,000 doots and is our victor tonight. Colo did not fold, so loses that entire 108,000. Vixen claims the top prize of 250,000 doots. Shall we have a quick look over on the other division to see how they all played out? Can I do that? Can I set that? Can I set that? I don't know if I can. Because this isn't coming from the other code anymore. I can't set the game up from this class. Can I set the game up? Can I do find object by type? I might be able to. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can have a look at the Premier League very quickly. This is just for me to have a look at things, folks. Do division equals Unity engine dot object dot find. Object of type game dot divisions 1. Yes, I can. Fantastic. And then do that line again. Let's have a look. Okay, so over on the Premier League side of things, there were 5 players over there. Extra large only. You were actually at the bottom of the pack. You were tied on score with Ralph with 12,000, but you were locking in slower overall. So you were at the bottom pack. You were right to fold there. Only congratulations on claiming the 12,000 at that point. No one in the Premier League got 8 of 8. No. Best was 7 of 8 with Sam 2 and Shapes all doing that. So yeah, 7 or 8 or 6 of 8. So quite tight, must be said, in the Premier League there. As we go on to round number 2 over on your side of things, let's have a look at that. Clear the leaderboard data out. Round index of 1 and it reset the division again, did it? Whoops. Okay, it resets the division every time. Sure, that's a thing. All right, that's news to me. I don't know why it resets the division every time. Oh yeah, because I'm running the code like that. So let me do that. Let me do that again. We've got to do 2 lines now. And that. There we go. At the end of round number 2, Ralph, you were right to fold. You were behind by 8,000 doots proper. So that was an entire 2 questions, actually, in round number 2. Look at the tie. Sam 2 and Shapes all on 29,000 doots. But Sam was ahead only by time, essentially. That's the only one there. Lost sound. No, I should be still speaking at the very least. So let's put that one away. Have a quick look at round number 3. Quickly look at that data. So division is that. Leaderboard clear is that. Round index of 2. Sam! You did not make the right decision there. You were at the top of the pack with 45,000 doots at the end of round number 3. You should have held your nerve. Toot did also have 45,000, but was slightly slower. And Shapes was behind by 4,000, so behind by just 1 question. Shapes should have been the one to fold on round number 3. Should have been the one to go, but instead was hanging about all the way through to the end. And, well, I mean, because you had rounds 4 and 5 to do absolutely nothing, we'll just jump straight to the final round. So let me go to cancel the prove out, restart the prove out, reset the division, reset the leaderboard, and go and jump straight to the final round between the two players. And you were right to fold at the end there, Shapes. You were on 99,000 outright victor across all of the games there was Toot with 129,000 Doots. That is an immense performance there, Toot. Congratulations there. Yeah, ahead by 30,000. So wherever it was between rounds 4 and 5 there, it was just kind of almost impossible for you to catch that lead back. 30,000 with 7,000 increments. An entire round's worth would have done it at the end. But you would have to have hoped that Toot did absolutely nothing. And I imagine Toot did get at least some of them right. So just one correct answer from Toot in the final round would have been enough to keep that secure. So that there, folks, is Poker Face, with a couple of teething issues here or there. But that was like the first time I've ever played it out proper. I know that it was a bit laggy on the face-offs, and obviously the prove-out bit broke because I forgot one line of code. And, of course, the Doots haven't been paid out, but now that I've done all the leaderboards on the screen, I will be able to do that out proper. I know that normally you go over to Stream Ideas in Discord and just feel that out. Any immediate thoughts in Twitch chat? I want to have a bit of a chat because I don't actually have anything else planned for tonight's stream, and we are left with about 20 minutes to go still. I mean, I know we've got the wheel to do still, but it'd be nice to have a bit of a quick chit chat about it. That was good, fun stuff. That was a blast, and it worked until the leaderboards. Yes, indeed, Aaron. That was the last thing I implemented. That was what I was doing this afternoon. More, please. Really enjoyed it. Worried losing the show's dramatic irony might hurt, but it had such a good time. That's what we like to hear, Clive. I felt the tension of knowing how this game was like. That it needs to be, that you needs to be thicker. Which you? Which you? I know the fonts they have for the block capitals isn't the best font, but it'll do. Great game. Spontaneous winning lines. No. It's not a bad game. But I feel a but coming after that. It was fun. I'd like to admit to mixed about forcing the final to head-to-head. I mean, that was what I kind of wanted it to do, because I wanted to emulate a sort of a poker game, as it were, where it does go to a head-to-head. But I do feel that it may have been too aggressive on the elimination front. So I wouldn't be opposed to changing that slightly so it's not as aggressive at the sort of the tail end there on the penultimate round. Else was people saying came in too late to play, but it was great to watch the video. That's what we love to thank you, Halo. That was actually something I was really worried about, because I can't really show you how well people are doing on stream, because that ruins the entire premise of the game. There was like, well, what else can I talk about? But thankfully we could fill the blank, and we had a good time with it. So, and your message there proves that it worked out well as a viewer as well. Other than that, I think it's a serve, says Hex. Thank you for that. Maybe fractional bonus Doots. That was something that I wanted to add in, Oren, again, alongside the Doot stuff, so that there's still a play-along game that you get small Doot bonus just for getting right answers to play along. That is definitely on the plan list for next time round. Should definitely play this again on stream soon after our Interrogator. Thanks, Topper. And that as well, Topper. But again, that's Score's thing to do. A singular Doot per right answer, says Ralph, just to really rub it in. I mean, one Doot still is worth something in the Doot draw at the end, so it's still worth something. Right. Well, I mean, I think everyone seems to be pretty happy with that. I will go in more detail on the Discord side of things if there's more critical, more specific feedback that needs to be said about it. But I really enjoyed seeing that play out, and actually, I really enjoyed not knowing how the game actually shook out until the end during those leaderboard reveals. I genuinely had no idea. I mean, I could have had a look at the data. It is all there in the Unity side of things that I can look at because I needed to look at it for debugging purposes while sorting it all out. But I genuinely did not know how the game was actually going to play out there, who was going to go on each face-off. So it was great to see on the prove out at the end how that all shook out. Pace of fantastic questions, moved well, and the shit talking was fun without bogging the game down. Great, Clive. That's what definitely what I wanted with the questions is to get through them at a nice brisk pace and not get bogged down in like lots of stats here and there. Just sort of get down and dirty with it, as it were. That was so good. VC, good place to be for this. Certainly would be good to have as a sort of like a voice call only game, maybe in future. As a one-off thing. Obviously, we can still do this, but having a voice call game where you can sort of shit talk each other while the game is live and do all the proper poker bants and that, I can feel that might work. Though, thinking about it more critically, a voice chat with 20 or more people all talking at the same time, yeah, that's not a good idea, is it, Ashley? It would need to be a curated set of people, I think. Yes, this game, I know. But at least with this game, the way that it determines the number of eliminations is dynamic. So we can run just a straight up standard game of Poker Face, or we can do an extended edition or mass multiplayer edition, any of that kind of stuff. So we can do all sorts of stuff. And yeah, Score, absolutely. We could do like a qualifying thing where we can actually have like 6 regular games, mass multiplayer edition, all leading to a million tournament type thing where you play straight up Poker Face. And we could have those do in voice chat. That absolutely could be a thing. So that Poker Face tournament alongside a dual tournament in 2025. Does that sound good? I think that sounds good. Very fun with cams. And we could do that. I'd still have some of that code lurking around only that I could bring in some Video Ninja stuff for the final game. We could certainly do that. Hashtag bring back Time Shock. It's just a lot of questions to write, Clive. It's just a lot of questions to write. I do have the software. And I know we do still have quite a few of the general knowledge questions that didn't get used from last time. I think about half of the stacks were still unused, so there's less writing work needed for that. But yeah, that's definitely a thing that we could plan for late 2025. I want to establish that much later down the line, unfortunately. So yeah, there you go. That there is Poker Face that I think nobody was expected to see happen. I'm trying to remember, who was it that actually mentioned Poker Face on a previous Quizmas game? Because I know someone did. I know someone mentioned it, but I can't remember who did. Because whoever they are, they're an absolute mind reader. Steve. Or was it? Did you actually do that, Topper? Did you actually just call out Poker Face as a bit of a meme answer? You're just sort of memeing things. Like I was memeing Cloud9 for your previous game. May have been that, but yeah. Oh, you enjoyed Clive mentioning... I completely missed that, David. I completely missed Clive mentioning Deja Vu. Oh, no, sorry, he did mention Deja Vu. I just didn't clock it for the Deja Vu question at all. Anyway, that was Poker Face. I hope you enjoyed that. I would love to see that happen again at some point in 2025, hopefully with the prove out bit fixed and any other laggy stuff sorted out as well. Yeah, absolute thrill to play. And all hail Hackbox is all I need to say on that one, because this game just wouldn't be possible with just standard Twitch chat features now, would it? With standard Twitch chat features, you would not be able to get any of this detail in. It's only through the power of Hackbox or me doing a separate game build type thing that we can have this proper asymmetric style data available in a quiz show. And yeah, thank you again, Dev, for getting Hackbox all sorted for us to use for these kind of things, because it's been immensely helpful to wean us off of just using Twitch chat for things. Right, I need to turn my headphones back on because they turned themselves off earlier on because no audio for like 5 minutes, and that was like 15 minutes ago. And again, thank you to David for the writing the pack, and Poker for proofing tonight's pack of Poker Face. Poker didn't have a clue about how I was going to actually run this game proper. So, how's he going to change this for a non-meat space edition of the game? Well, I have plans. And also thank you to David for spitballing ideas with me as well on some of the presentation ideas that we were spitballing last night. So yeah, I was kind of doing this a little bit too late because Q&L got in the way mainly. Right, let me press that button. Let me go and do that. Let me do that. And it's time to go over to the wheel and close this stream out proper. I was thinking, is he going to do the thing? OMG, he did the thing. Yes, I did do the thing. Let's do a spin of the wheel. Duh. Oh, we got a bit of the ring light reflection. Oh! Okay then. I suppose I could do that. There's 40k to the jackpot. That's it. There's no respin or anything like that. It's just 40k to the jackpot. Plus the 5k additional that we would get just for spinning. So it's actually 45,000 to the jackpot. One more spin since it's Quizmas. Would you be happy with me doing one more spin but not applying the spin bonus? So you don't get the extra 5k for the extra spin. Would you be okay with that? Yeah, go for it. Alright then. Why do I write fours inconsistently? I don't know. Take it up with a graphologist. No! No! We ain't doing that. I don't have the mental capacity right now to do that. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm fine with that. Sure, we'll do that. A 10k marble race. We're happy with that. Marble race it shall be. I'm okay with that happening. I'm just not going to get into a whole tipping point situation. My brain is fried from doing a lot of programming today to get Poker Face ready for tonight, and I'm glad I did put all that effort in. But yeah, it means tomorrow I'm going to Meadow Hell. Oh god. Right, marble race. We need to go to marbles on those streams. Oh, I need to update it. It's been a while. All right then. Is there any other Eurobeat we can put on while we're waiting for it to download? Let's go to... You know what? Do the Dave Rogers version of All I Want for Christmas Is You. We'll put that one on. We'll put that one on for the moment while we're waiting for it to download. It's beautifully shite, says Oni. Or shall I hold off? Shall I hold off for using that on the marble race itself then? Shall I hold off for using that on the marble race itself then? I haven't actually listened through this one yet. Yeah, we'll hold off because Marbles has just finished updating. I think I only should sing the song during the marble race. Oh god, no, we're not going to have that happen, I'm afraid. What's all the stuff going on in chat right now in Discord? All that stuff happening. Oh yeah, that stuff happening. Oh right, the people have been submitting things on the proofing side of things. Cool. Go away, Steam. Actually, no, don't. You've just imagined it, says Topper. Just do the Night of Fire Christmas. I mean, I could do the Night of Fire one again. I'm fine with doing that one as well. If people really liked that, I'll do that again. Can you get a track proofed before you finish updating? Well, I have finished updating already. I'm currently loading into it. But it's taking a while to load in, must be said. I did like it, Manic. I did like it. You've got like 20 seconds only, I think. Though it is running the Microsoft VC redistributable installer, so we could still be here a while. Where are you, marbles? God, it's really taking its time to install this. You might have been saved here, Oni. You might have been saved. It's a Christmas miracle that my PC just runs slow. That's probably what's happening with the Hackbox stuff. Is just my PC's just slow. I know Topper mentioned at Q&L that there are little bits and bobs in SpinStar that was running a little slow compared to when he ran it. So yeah, maybe that I need to upgrade my PC. That sounds expensive. Oh, come on. Where is this install script finishing? It's running. You got a job for January. Huzzah! That's what we love to hear, people getting jobs. Oh, come on. I thought it was going to be ready to run. But no, it's still installing. I'll just put this one in the background for now while we're waiting for Visual Studio to do its stuff. Let's put this one in the background. Come on. I was tempted to play this for the Dutes category over on Ben's side of things. Tempted. Yep, it was a little Spanish flea. Oh, come on, install script. I'm half tempted to just kill it. Oh, no. Just needed threatening more, that's all. It's running now. Just needed threatening a bit more. Oni, are you ready? I should multi-track this one. Like I say, I considered doing this for the Duke category, but I didn't. I wanted to do some other stuff. 30 seconds, alright, we can wait 30 seconds. I'm tempted, actually, to do a bit of multi-tracking stuff just for stream. To maybe change some of the stream alerts to stuff that I play instead. So that might be a thing, just to make this a little more, you know, me. We're waiting for Oni to finish doing some marble racing. That's what we're doing right now. It's in! Let's find out if you're right or not. It is in. Submitted today. Looks about right. Plays 1. It's a mildly pleasing idea from from Oni. It should have a pipe throw .wav at the end of that, doesn't it? Right. Go over to here. And you're in on the marble race. Exclamation mark play if you want in on this race for 10,000 doots. Just to 10,000 doots. Game. Marbles. Name. We don't know yet. Value. Win the marble race. You know what? I'll do first and last. First and last. First finish and the last finish. We'll put that as the winning prizes. Can he join for commentary? Says Oni. Sure. Why not? Let me share the screen with y'all then. I suppose that button then, so you can see what's going on. I'll do camera work while you do that then. And I say good evening to you, Oni. Oh, actually, you're currently just piped into my ears, but not stream. Hang on. Cable input. Now you're live to stream.
There we go. Good evening, my dear.
Good evening. Did you enjoy? I know you got you folded out on round 1, but did you enjoy Poker Face?
Oh my god, it was so brilliant. It was so good. And also, seeing the prove out and realising that if I didn't just fuck up round 1, I'd actually been on top by round 3 and then got destroyed by round 4.
It's how it goes.
Yeah, and seeing it from the out, but by doing my experience of being eliminated in round 1 and seeing it on the outside, knowing that, well, my game doesn't really matter, but being able to play along and seeing how I would have done with the prove out at the end, genuinely one of the best games you've ever done.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
In voice chat, we loved it.
That's quite impressive then. Wow. Okay.
both a pat on your back and a pat on David J's back for some fantastic questions as well.
Oh, absolutely. There was some phenomenal questions for that. I guess I'll need to get the polish out proper on that game then if it was that high praise.
Damn right.
All right. Okay. We'll sort that out.
In true Christmas tradition, you join us in marbles right in the middle of a pint of mild.
Oh, lovely. A pint of mild, yes.
Yeah, well...
What specific mild is it?
I don't care. I don't drink mild.
It's starting to sound like the snooker commentary now, you know?
Oh, that's a bad miss.
There you go, exactly what I was going for. Exclamation mark play if you want in this race. We've got 43 races in. Again, first finish and the final finisher will get some doots, a total of 10,000 each if you do so.
It starts with Plinko.
Yes, so we are going to... Do we want to play the Dave Rogers thing or do we want to play Night of Fire? Other thing.
I did put something 90s in there, but we haven't played Dave Rogers full, so...
That's true, we have not played that full, so we'll go with that one then. Dave Rogers, All I Want for Christmas Is You. You're not going to hear it here, but you'll hear the game doing its thing. Yeah. But that's going to be a thing.
I already know the song, I can sing along in my head.
Fair enough, all right. Where's the cue ball go? We will find out in a moment as I press the start button, and we've got the 10-second countdown. And,
from the looks of it, there's several cue balls going on at the same time.
And, well, Oni, I hand it over to you.
Good evening and welcome to the 1000th annual marble drop of this stream. And go me. And Briggs, hold on, and we drop into the... I don't know what the name of this is. I think I call it a funnel. Polly and me is now leading as we go into the split, and we... I don't know what I designed with this. Okay, so we have now Polly, me and Tipster is going to be fighting for first and second place as we go down this funnel area here. Polly, me and Tipster are currently leading. Who's in third is Bong. Topper and ABB. Come on, mate. Pop Rowan, mate. I had faith in you. What's wrong with you? Damn you. Now, we're going to the water wheels and a clean drive through for Polly and Tipster, and it has now switched over. So, Polly is currently leading, and I'm in third, which doesn't really matter. And Tipster's taking the lead again as we go down the tunnel, and we go into this giant thing, which, when I tried this originally... Polly, what are you doing? Tipster is now gone into the outer layer. Praise dead. It's whoever can get into that lower one and hit one of those... It's Marblu and Simpson. It's a four-way tie pretty much for the lead here, and make that a six-way tie as we go down this lovely little tube system, which wait, David J. Bodicum has stolen everything. You sneaky bugger. As we go down the elevator and we go into the water wheel here as we drop in. And it's me. No, it's not. It's Marblu again. We do the split as we go into this part here. Only I'm picking one side and I've completely fecked it. But it's Simpson's angle currently taking lead with David J and Miss Virgo and Miss Blue as we go into the heart where I've just put everything in here and... Marblu's done it! Marblu has done it. Lupine 1 doesn't matter. I've come in 8th. You know what? I think it was a mistake for me to commentate this. If I didn't, I might have won. But it's not about who wins, of course, because Marblu has won, but who's last? Clive, Tipster, Jay Eisens, Pyro Pygmy, It's Sportsy, We Like Shift. I probably shouldn't have asked to do this when I've had a few to drink. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm normally better than this, I'm sorry. But who's still up? We've got 30 seconds left. And the big... Matt the ref is currently last in. Suyu is also in there. This was an anticlimax. I have completely wasted your night. I'm so sorry.
I think there must have been a Matt the Ref finish there. Let's have a quick look at that. It was indeed Matt the Ref with the final finishing position. So Matt also getting 10,000 doots alongside Ma Blue with 4 U's. And yeah, this song is definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing. Thank you for your commentary there, Oni.
What commentary?
It was better than what I was going to be able to provide tonight. Let's put it that way.
No, it wasn't. I tried to do something, and basically all I did was embarrass myself. I'm going to think about it whilst I take a long shower with my clothes on.
Can you provide post-race analysis? No, you can do that in voice chat instead, Matt. So when you go to the Quiz Night +1 or whatever we call it. Anyway,
it's Quiz Night +1. It's late night. I'm in the hot tub.
Thank you again.
Still in my clothes, drowning in the shame.
You do you. We'll catch you later. Only take care.
What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know, but
I don't know either.
But bye.
Merry Christmas, my dude. Bye.
Merry Christmas. So that brings us to a close on tonight's stream. I'll just head out of Discord now. I will be back on Friday with another game of Quizmas, maybe 2. I will hope to be 2, but I can't make any promises that it will be both games. So there may be just the one game of Quizmas happening. We will see. Just sort of bear with on that, and if I do delay it, then it'll be delayed until January for when I come back, which will probably be on the which day would that be? The 3rd of January, I think it will be, for the Friday. Yeah, 3rd of January, I think it will be, which I'll be back for if I do delay the game of Christmas. So that's the current plan. So Friday, you'll get at least one game of Quizmas out of me. Maybe my other one as well, if I can get everything sorted in time, but no promises on that. And everything else happening in the world of Quizmas. Tomorrow evening, you've got Mr. Ben, Royal_Flush, who brings along game number 11 of Quizmas, the 11th game of Quizmas. What shall it be? Well, you have to wait and find out. Tune in and wait and see what the 11th game of Quizmas is over on Ben's side of things at 8 p.m. Back with me on Friday. Back over on Ben's side of things for the Saturday for game of Quizmas number 14. And then I'll give Topper the other shout out quickly just to finish the stream out. Topper One Gaming will be streaming the 15th and 16th games of Quizmas on the Sunday at 8 p.m. over on Topper One Gaming. And, well, I've written one of them. That's all I'm going to say. I have written one of them, so enjoy some of my content, I suppose, when I do write stuff at some point. That's what happens. So yeah, you got my questions on one of the games of Quizmas on the Sunday, which yeah, you got to look forward to. Sorry. That will then bring to a close most of the Quizmas stuff. Hopefully all the Quizmas stuff, if I can do all of it on Friday, but if not, then it will be delayed until the 3rd of January. And you wrote tomorrow's game. So much writing, says Topper. All of the writing going on. So yes, it's Topper writing for Ben on Thursday. I'm writing for Topper on the Sunday. And Ben's already written for me previously last week for the 100,000 doot drop. So it's time to go and raid someone, I think. Currently, Quizzy Dan is live with some Mystic Academy. I think we should go and raid into Mr. Quizzy Dan. Let's do that. And what shall we have as our raid message going over to Mr. Dan? I don't know. I don't think we really had anything quote-worthy. Fold. Yeah, we'll just do with fold. I think we'll understand that. So yeah, we'll go with fold as our raid message. I'm so sorry. You don't need to be sorry, Oni, but I know you're trying to go for a raid message. Yeah, we'll go with fold. I will see you on Friday for another game of Quizmas, possibly 2. Over on Ben's side on Thursday for a game of Quizmas, and then over on Topper's side for a game of Quizmas. Or 2. So just all of the Quizmas happening all of the time throughout this festive weekend. I'll catch you soon. And bye. I was trying to think of something witty then about Poker Face, but just couldn't put anything together, I'm afraid. So, yeah, enjoy me folding the stream instead.